Alright, well, let's get into the next set. We've got Gemz versus Will, and Gemma's got a pretty standard-ish. We got Dragapult and Togekiss, the classic combination, Tyranitar, Azumarill, Hitmontop, and Cinderace. Those last three.
A little different here. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
go ahead.
No, you're good, man. Don't worry about it. Those last three maybe have some new tools and be some of the new stuff that's been showing off. But JD, you want to talk about what Will's running?
Well, I'd like to say that it's definitely not standard, if by all means. I do know that Will likes to call this team Rain or Shine. Maybe we'll find out here in a minute why. I'm not entirely sure why. At least I don't think I'm allowed to say right away why. But yeah, pretty cool to see a full mono rain team here. I don't think Gemma's really expecting this, so it's kind of interesting to see how she's going to play off of that.
Yeah, seems that she's just having a hard time deciding what to bring in. But I would like to say we have just gotten access to a superior and really good rain setter with Politoed. But you know what? Will said, I still believe in Pelipper.
That's all that matters there. I am very excited to see the addition of Tentacruel here. I think that's the only Pokemon from Series 5 that's on this team here. Is that true? Do you know if that's true?
Tentacruel for sure. Cloyster, Gyarados, Pelipper, Quillfish, and Blastoise all have been available in game this whole. Well, you could trade Blastoise up, but it could potentially be a Gigantamax Blastoise with a G-Max Cannonade.
So, RollAcosta, what do you think of Gemma's lead here versus a mono rain team?
I'd say it's like fairly solid. You know, if there are any physical attackers, you get the Intimidate off them. Azumarill, potentially being another Assault Vest one, you would have a hard time getting through that with any of the water types, just because, you know, resist all of their hits. And you can fake out if you think that Cloyster is going for a setup move. Same thing for the Quillfish, maybe break a Focus Sash if it has that. I don't really know a lot about Quillfish, to be honest. Or you could just go for potentially one of the new moves in coaching, and okay, Cloyster's just gonna swap right out of here.
Yeah, I kind of feel like the play might have been to superpower into that Cloyster and kind of clear that thing away, but it seems like that's not going to be an option here as it switches out and Tentacruel comes in.
Yeah, you got to see that Tentacruel right away, and Gemma is going for the turn 1 Dynamax for that Azumarill.
Tentacruel is kind of one of those Pokemon that is, you know, it's a Gen 1 Pokemon, and you see it and you're like, you know what, that's a pretty cool design. Oh my goodness.
Oh
Did he
my
just
god.
Toxic turn 1?
Will just Toxic turn 1. That
Forget
mad
VGC
lad.
meta. It does not mean anything here. We are going to use Toxic, and we are going to do some steady chip damage.
That Knuckle actually kind of did a lot. That should be a resisted hit. You got the oh, that was a crit. Okay, dang. Well, unfortunate for Will, but that Toxic.
Yeah, so we're going to see some residual damage coming from that Toxic. I don't know what Will exactly wants to do here against the Hitmontop. I think he's just going to kind of sit here and look at it and try to chip away at this Azumarill.
Mm-hmm.
He's got two poison types on his side. I think maybe he was hoping to get a max off into the Tentacruel slot and maybe clear away some Azumarill with the poison.
Yeah. So I'd say like right now, Will's not in a terrible position because I don't think Azumarill, despite being very strong, has a acid armor. Oh my, Will, bring in the singles tag. Oh, Venom Drain.
Guys, I'm going to go ahead and apologize in advance that this might not be the best commentary. It's going to be more of a reaction to what Will is going to be doing, because I don't think we really know exactly what Will is going to be doing here, and I think Gemma's kind of in the same boat.
Oh my god, that Knuckle is not getting enough off it. With the acid armor, like, Will's just gonna stall out this Azumarill. Gemma's got one turn of Dynamax left, and she's potentially trading that for Tentacruel.
I think Helping Hand might do more here than Gemma kind of thinks. I think she just kind of wants to go ahead and like Helping Hand and Liquidation or not Liquidation, but Max Geyser into the Quillfish. Does it What ability did this? I think Quillfish gets Poison Touch.
I think it does. I don't think you want to Geyser here. You don't want to give Will the rain. Oh, well, here it comes anyway. Here comes the mighty fellow.
I think the rain is kind of... yeah, so I think the Quillfish also gets Intimidate.
Oh, man.
And I think that's what it sounds like it was. I'm hearing from sources that...
I would love if that was coming through on just like the regular video. Oh my god, he Dynamaxed the Tentacruel.
Oh my goodness, what a madman. Does he not realize this thing has
sick Dynamaxed?
Tentacruel is insane. Oh my goodness.
I hope you get interesting play. I'm not sure what it gets to you that a coaching wouldn't. Going for a max Starfall here into that Pelipper. Gonna clear it off the field. Oh man. I'm not sure if what exactly Will's gonna be able to do with this Rain Dish Tentacle. Oh my god. Again, to echo what Nibbs said, sorry for the commentary, but I am just being blown away by everything that Will's bringing.
So, RollAcosta, we kind of had this conversation earlier where we don't... Will isn't... He's not a straightforward team builder. He doesn't make a very standard meta team, and he wins with the teams that he builds. And this is just a great example. I mean, Mono Rain is insane, and you can see it with this game.
Yeah. Will is a madman, and... I just love everything that he does, and yeah, he says, I don't care about the rules, I don't care about what's popular. Let me show you my Acid Armor Dynamax Tentacruel.
Will said, I'm gonna go ahead and Shiny Hunt, and whatever I use, that's cool. Whatever I catch, that's cool. We're gonna use
mean
it.
old Max Ooze. Doesn't do that much into the Azumarill. Maybe Quillfish has got something to help to follow it up. Toxic again. Oh, but the Misty Terrain's up.
We're gonna see another coaching coming from the Hitmontop here.
This time we get the animation. I actually love the coaching animation.
I like the whistle blow as well. It's pretty interesting to see.
Oh man.
Real quick, I want to go ahead and talk about Will's team building. So before the coronavirus pandemic, I was at Will's apartment hanging out with him, and I watched him catch a shiny Haunter. And he said, you know what, I'm not going to evolve this thing, it gets Levitate, I'm going to bring it to a tournament.
And he almost cut that tournament. Oh man. Will, never stop being who you are.
Never change, Will.
He's about to get the KO on this Azumarill, I believe. And Tentacruel is slowly recovering health. Acid Armor, I'm not super familiar with that move, but it boosts your defense by 3 stages, right?
I cannot confirm that just yet. I haven't used it yet. But I know yourself and Chase have been using it, and now Gem is using it, but I don't think she's extremely familiar with it.
Mm-hmm.
So we see the Max Oops come off, and that's going to take out the Azumarill, as well as give the special attack boost to both sides here. I'm not sure if... Is Quillfish even an attacker? Does it give any attacks?
It gets Waterfall, it gets Liquidation as well, I believe. Poison Jab. Clearly, Will is choosing to break the meta with... Oh my god, I forgot that there was a Cloyster on this team, Nibbs.
I think we're probably, I would assume, all I know about Cloyster is that, first of all, it says Cloyster, and second of all, it gets Shell Smash, and that's what it's mostly known for. So I would kind of assume that a Shell Smash is coming. I think Gemma might want to go ahead and go for a close combat into the Cloyster, and potentially Rock Slide into the Tentacruel. I know that it doesn't have a whole lot of defensive bulk naturally, but he did Acid Armor. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure. I mean, she could fish for a crit, and the Tentacruel would die, probably twice.
Okay, so yeah, the chat just told me that acid armor only boosts you by 2 stage, and Zeke has clarified that the move that I was thinking of was Cotton Guard that boosted by 3 stages. Waterfall. Super effective. That's going to trigger a weakness policy. That was Waterfall from Cloister, right?
I believe so, yeah, because the Tentacruel is...
No.
What?
Oh, so it was just going for, like, poison. Oh my god. That knocked out the double up knocking out Tyranitar. Close combat into the Cloister. Not enough for the KO. Gonna take some special defense drops there.
Oh my goodness.
That Tentacruel looks mean.
Is this a mixed Tentacruel? Does this... I need to look this up real fast.
Yeah, I think he was just going for poison jabs there. And the effect of Ooze is just that you get the special attack boost.
Yeah, but I thought Tentacruel was, like, known. Not really known, obviously, but...
Look, man, I don't know what Tentacruel does.
Both of its stats, I'm looking at it on Showdown right now, and its attack stat is 70, and its special attack is 80. So...
Okay.
It doesn't...
Technically better for special attacking. What's its base speed? This has been outspeeding the entirety of Gemma's team here.
Believe it or not, RollAcosta, it is 100.
100 base speed, huh? Interesting. Icicle Spear. This is presumably skilling Cloister. So yeah, he's going to hit all 5 of these. I think that's also going to get a KO. Is that...
Oh.
This is 4, 5.
Oh my goodness, it does.
It. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh, he didn't even get all 5 hits. Close combat again. That's going to lower the defensive stages again, meaning that this waterfall is going to hit super hard. Cross poison, waterfall, acid armor, rain dish, Tentacruel.
Never change, Will. Never change.
I had no idea the Tentacruel was so fast. Okay, well, let's see how this fish. I want to see how much this Tentacruel does. Okay, so this is -2 defense Hitmontop. Obviously, it's a bulkier set because it's a support mon. Waterfall gonna come in.
Gotta get the KO or close to.
Not gonna get the KO. Close combat.
Oh!
Not gonna get the KO
goodness.
either. Is it in Sandstorm range?
I don't believe it's even. I don't think it is. No.
It's so close.
I don't think it is.
They're...
Oh my goodness, Will, you madman!
Will! Oh, if this Hitmontop had something like a sucker punch, that would be great, but I don't think it does.
Holy cow!
Oh my god!
We're gonna see game 1 here, and Will's gonna go ahead and take it. And that was possibly one of the craziest games that I've ever seen. I know I just said that about my own games, but this was like a game that we didn't see coming. I don't think Gemma saw it coming based off the text I just got from Gemma. What is happening is basically what it said. Oh my goodness.
Okay, no matter what happens in these next 2 games, Will is the champion in my heart. I could never win with Tentacruel.
Oh man. So yeah. Holy cow. So Will's got other options in the back. We never even saw the Gyarados. We didn't see the Blastoise.
Mm-hmm.
Do
you think he switches it up or does he keep the same? I mean, apparently Tentacruel is busted and needs to be nerfed.
I think Will switches it up just a little bit, just to to be fair on Gemma's side, I think that might have been her first game with that team ever.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
I know. Yeah. So yeah.
And against a lot of teams, you have a standard like approach. Like, here's how I'm going to approach Dragapult. Here's how I'm going to approach Charizard, Trick Room, stuff like that. What do you do to Tentacruel? No one knows.
So I think you need to get to Tentacruel before it gets the acid armors off. You need to get to it before the boost. Yeah, it's not very good defensively. So here, I'll go ahead and tell you, its HP is 80, which is not horrible, but its defense stat is 65, and that's not very good.
Yeah, no. I think another one of the main issues there is that, again, this could have been what happened with Gemma. she didn't know how fast it was. I definitely didn't know that it had a base 100 speed, and I wouldn't have been prepared for that. And everything that she brought, she does have things that outspeed base 100, but she didn't bring them that match.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to look at an all-rain team and say Tentacruel is going to outspeed half of my Pokemon.
Yeah, how do I approach the threat that is Tentacruel?
So Will sends out Gyarados and Blastoise. So we are going to see both of the Pokemon that we did not see in the last game.
Yeah.
So, and on Gemma's side here, we're
Gyarados.
Yeah. So on Gemma's side of the field here, we're going to see the Hitmontop and the Easter Bunny himself, Cinderace.
Yeah, gonna exchange Intimidates there. So this isn't Moxie Gyarados, which is nice to know. You don't have to worry about it just like overpowering you. Like, I've always said that if Moxie Gyarados KOs your Dynamax, you just lose from there. But this isn't something that Gemma needs to worry about. Cinderace is a fire type, so it is weak to both of these. However, with it's called Libero, right?
Libero, yeah.
Yeah, it can just change its type to whatever it needs to be to like take the hits better. Personally, do you think that Gemma needs to worry about setup from Blastoise?
You mean with a Shell Smash?
Yes.
So I think Gemma cannot fake out is one thing that Gemma can't do, because both of these Pokemon are capable of maxing here.
Out for another Intimidate.
Yeah,
now,
so
both of these physical attackers are -2.
To answer your question, though, I'm not sure if she needs to worry about the Blastoise Dynamaxing here, because it could potentially just straight up max. I think she needs to more so worry about what's happening on her side of the field and the fact that she just got intimidated from the Cinderace. Maybe she should coaching turn 1 and then target something from the other side that's potentially super effective or close to it, where she can maybe get like an Airstream off or set up in some way on her side.
It is the G Max Blastoise, and it's shiny and it looks sick.
I'm gonna be honest, that's the first time that I've ever seen the G Max Blastoise in game. And holy cow.
Yeah, faking out, trying to deny the setup, which fairly decent idea. However, I think Will reels that as a threat, just decides to go straight for the... Wow, that does nothing! Blastoise just ate that!
Straight there, Cinderace, I would assume.
Yeah, luckily it changed... That... Oh my god! That did more than I thought that it would. Alright, so... That is half damage on there. That's solid damage onto Cinderace. Cinderace is super scary. Do you think that you need to go for a coaching and max Knuckles so you can like return these attack drops that you've gotten? What do you think here, JD?
I think Knuckle doesn't really quite have enough base power to it that it's gonna even do enough damage to Blastoise. I think Cinderace is probably gonna go down after this turn if Gemma chooses to stay in with it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have enough HP. It just doesn't have enough bulk in it that it's going to last probably more than this next turn. So she can either choose to switch out, or she can choose to double target into this Blastoise potentially, where, what's this Quillfish going to do other than either switch out or get a Toxic off? Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
The most dangerous tech. Oh my god, is Gemma going to end up taking up Cannade chip damage and Toxic chip damage?
She just might end up doing that. Yeah, I think Will's best play might just be to target that Cinderace with the Blastoise again, and also maybe even just Toxic into this Hitmontop. I don't think Hitmontop is the biggest threat.
Oh, Taunt! That's
interesting.
Really good.
I'm wondering if Will is aware that this is only a one-attack Hitmontop, and it can only close combat, which isn't going to do anything insane.
Cinderace is gone. Wow, so Gemma has lost her Dynamax and is now taking Cannade chip damage from this Blastoise, and she either has to switch out her Hitmontop or close combat into two things that... that's a -2 Hitmontop, and the close combat's not doing so. I think you just have to switch out here.
Yeah, so
Ooh.
I think Gemma's best play there may have been to have gone into the Dragapult and then potentially Phantom Force if she has it. That way, it's probably going to be targeted. Seeing Hitmontop is more of a support Pokemon in this role, where it's not going to be targeted quite as much because you're not worried about it killing your Pokemon as much as your opponent is worried more about that Pokemon helping the Pokemon that you're probably going to try and KO.
And you know, it's something, if that Pelipper is in the back, Will has no reason to not switch it in right now and just go for a Canade into Tyranitar. I mean, it could obviously protect, but he has entire water types on there, so you just effectively take away the weather from Tyranitar. So, withdrawing Quillfish, is this going to be Pelipper? Pelipper, the Alola champion.
So I can confirm through text. Will sent the group text saying that these are water-type shiny Pokemon that he has collected over the years.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. So he's able to get the battle-ready marks on there? Okay, like, you know, we were slightly joking earlier about, like, Will's, like, team building. But, like, legitimately, this is really cool. I don't think I personally would ever take it to a tournament, but, like, I mean, this is really cool. You gotta admit, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Man. Where were you that day that Blastoids two-shotted Cinderace?
I'm not really all that surprised. I mean, Cinderace does not have an extreme amount of bulk where it's going to live a whole lot of turns, and if for whatever reason the Blastoise happens to outspeed, it has a type advantage. But obviously Cinderace is much faster than Blastoise, where it's going to get the Libero off, and it's going to change its typing. But again, Cinderace just is not that bulky where it's great. I mean, Cinderace is essentially the Gen 8 version of Greninja.
Yeah, it's just a glass cannon. Like, it hits strong and it hits fast. And I think the way that it overwhelms people is by having just, like, two hyper-offensive things, and you can't ignore either of them. Let's see. Yeah, Quillfish coming in. Never thought I'd say that. Getting another Intimidate off onto...
Not in the VGC format.
Yeah, that's for sure. Alright, and let's see what everyone's going for here. Dragon Darts, I say that's a solid move. Yeah, don't really... Dragapult's not super threatened with two water types on the field. Well, let's see what Blastoise has been using this whole time. Hydro Cannon!
That's not good.
Oh my... Oh!
And it lives! Dragapult actually lives that attack.
And the Rock Slide goes off. Okay, so Quillfish actually tanks that. That was a +2 Rock Slide. Is Canade still in effect? Yep, it's going to go down to the Canade.
Oh, and
I think I've been pronouncing that differently every single time.
Yeah, I'm enjoying every bit of it. So I will tell you that Quillfish's stats, it has 65 HP.
Okay.
It has 55 Spadef. But its defense stat is 85, which is not too bad.
Yeah.
But with the Intimidate, it does make it a little bit more bulky if the opponent does have physical Pokemon.
Gyarados, the Royal Master.
The Royal Master. That's got to be from... I think Gemma was trying to breed for the Royal Master in Oris. Is that potentially correct?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh,
Battle Royale. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay, cool. I totally forgot about that format. So thank you, Gemma, for chiming in and telling us that. Again, I don't know if that's coming through on the thing.
I don't think chat heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. There's an invisible voice talking to us. I'm not crazy.
God, was that you saying Battle Royale?
Okay, so Tyranitar's super low. It's just gonna die to any attack. I don't think you need to worry about Hitmontop like at all. Ooh, is that reading the Protect from Tyranitar?
So it seems like Will actually has Protect on 2 Pokemon, not just 1, but 2. And he's gonna read and see what's going on here. And we're gonna see Gemma have a Protect of her own and a Fake Out that is gonna do nothing into the Quillfish.
Oh,
Quillfish getting a little from Black Sludge here.
Yeah, so I mean, Tyranitar is essentially gone. It's gonna die to a waterfall. And Hitmontop can't hit this Gyarados hard enough. I mean, the rain is up. He's got her pinned. Tentacruel won it. Tentacruel and G-Max Blastoise. I think at this point you just hope that for some reason Will chooses to ignore Tyranitar completely. But, I mean, like, he's just got a super safe Waterfall into the Tyranitar, and then, I don't know, maybe even Toxic into Hitmontop just to chip it down while he just hits Waterfalls into there. Taunt, yep, that's also good too. Force it to go for those close combats. Neither of them, like, both Gyarados and Quillfish can just take close combat super well, and now we can just spam Waterfall and end the game.
Yeah.
Man, I genuinely loved watching this set. This was
that was a lot of fun. I feel very, very bad for Gemma because I probably would have gotten smoked there by Will too, and potentially I will probably ask Will for a battle against this team, but I don't know if I'm gonna do very well even after seeding it.
Oh man, I loved this. This was great. Thank you, Will. Oh man, who knew?
Oh man. So I know Gemma was not prepared to see this. So Gemma does make the overlays for ATX VGC, and she does do essentially all of the work when it comes to on-screen and like YouTube kind of stuff. By the way, we have a YouTube channel, and we're called ATX VGC, so go ahead and follow us there for more content.
All right, Waterfall just...
New video coming tomorrow.
Waterfall just came into Hitmontop, ending the game. This is GG's both from Gemma and from Whale. That was an awesome set to watch.
That was so much fun. I hope chat you guys enjoyed it just as much as we did. That was so fun.